Boy, oh boy, what a day one of the Edgbaston test match. I know yesterday I spoke about how difficult a ground this has been. Well, that's how the match started. The first 90 minutes was cold, was wet, and Anderson was having a party. Anderson pots, they were going all guns blazing. Pujara, Shubman Gill, Shreyas Iyer, Virat Kohli as well struggled. As a fan, as an audience, it was really hard to watch. And then there was a little bit of a shower, a little bit of a respite. I had a good time at the Cricket Museum. But then when we sort of came back, session 2 onwards, there was Ravindra Jadeja and Rishabh Pant. Boy, oh boy, never in my dreams did I think that I will watch a century of this class and this nature, where Rishabh Pant played a chanceless innings. I mean, Rishabh Pant and Jadeja, there was a point in time where Jadeja and Pant were nearly around the same score, 22-25. But then Mr. Pant, as always, pressed his feet on the accelerator. He shot up. There was a moment where he hit Jack Leach for a 6 and 2 fours in an over. Then he took on Potts. Potts, who was bowling so well, probably overbowled the short ball, and he just Pant kept pulling him left, right and centre. And then even someone like Potts, gave about 5 runs and over. Jimmy Anderson was very good. He bowled from both ends, but again, Pant was so well in seeing off the tough balls. Jadeja on the other side supported him very well. The moment he saw Pant bat so fluently, bat so well, Pant started playing second fiddle. Jadeja started playing second fiddle. He was, nicely sort of rotating strike and giving Pant all the strike to go all guns blazing. That 200-run plus partnership changed the game, dare I say, changed the match and potentially the series for India. This could be monumental. Of course, Pant and Jadeja, had a ball against Jack Leach. I thought as a captain, Ben Stokes missed the sort of message where, he overbowled Broad. Broad seemed fairly flat throughout the day. He didn't seem to be disturbing the batsman at all. Jack Leach, he probably went at more than 8 runs and over, and for a long period of time he was either bowling short or over pitched, and Pant and Jadeja were absolutely, they destroyed Leach. He's had a great series against New Zealand, but against India, I don't think he had too many answers. Ben Stokes bowled himself. I think till he got Shardul Thakur later, I think he overbowled the bouncers. I think the two left-handers, the two southpaws, negotiated the bouncers very well. And every time the ball was pitched up, it was brilliant to watch Jadeja drive so well. So all in all, what a wonderful day's cricket here. The first 90 minutes definitely belonged to England, but absolutely day one, as far as I'm concerned, belonged to not just Team India but Team Indian fans. I can't tell you what a beautiful environment it was. The first 90 minutes quite quiet. I was very sheepish because I was amongst tons of English fans who were chanting and singing Jimmy Anderson, Jimmy Anderson. Wonderful to see as a fan. But then I shifted. I moved from block 9 to block 32 to be with some friends who had come from India as well, and I got a glance of the Bami army versus the Bharat army, and the Dhols were out there. There was Ganpati Bappa Moria when Pant scored that century. What a brilliant feeling. And of course, what was again magical about Pant, by the way, this is one man who scored centuries across the park, right? At Ahmedabad, at Newlands, at Oval, and in Australia. I mean, this guy, sometimes I wonder what is it that prevents Pant from scoring well in T20s. And a friend and I were discussing, perhaps he feels compelled to hit every ball. But when it comes to Test cricket, his judgment of the bounce, of the length of the ball, his ability to counter-attack. In English conditions, I believe you have to counter-attack. We have seen in 2011, 2014, 2018 that if you go into your shell, which is perhaps what happened to many other batsmen in the Indian lineup. Most of them could not, did not even touch 20. But Pant, he could read the line and length well. He was patient, he was diligent, and he loves counter-attacking. The way he tackled Leach, the way he played against Broad, I think it was a masterclass. And by the way, what matters is not just the runs, but the way he scored against the bowling. Even against Jimmy Anderson, he had the audacity to sort of reverse sweep and pull it. They may not have kind of come through, but it's the mindset that you have to come counter-attack, you have to attack because you're playing for your country, you're trying to help India win a historic series. So to me, Pant is turning out to be this little dynamic, audacious, absolutely aggressive batsman, and absolutely what a brilliant treat to watch. So all in all, I would say it's India's day. Still, the game's not over yet. Thakur did not succeed. Lord Thakur, we would have wanted him to have a bit more of a bigger impact. But Shami is out there. And we know Captain Bumrah as well as Siraj, they can hang around as well. They can hit the ball out of the park as well. I'm hoping India crosses 375. Maybe a bit optimistic, but I think if they apply themselves for another hour, 90 minutes, this is possible. And if India does that, I think very much it's the ball is in our court. India will be in the driving seat, because batting on the fourth innings in Edgbaston is a very hard task. The average fourth innings score is only 152. So I'm sure England would also want to bat only once. But I think if India crosses that 350, 375 mark, psychologically from where England and how England started, it will be very difficult. I know everyone's been talking about baseball, but today Pant showed through his counter attack that, well, probably Pant has been playing baseball right from his childhood. So it'll be good to see how the English batsmen play against Bumrah, Shami and Siraj. But for now, I'm be signing off from Edgbaston.